Hello and welcome to another Mr. Betabyte video. In this video we're looking at the Sony SL-F1 Betamax portable cassette recorder, and this is part of a three-part series of videos on some kit that I was sent to repair, and I've already done the TTF1, and I've got another TTF1 which you can see in the background there with the clock going. So we'll be looking at that in probably the next video, but we'll see, things happen. And yeah, so this one has a transport play problem, is what's been reported. Now, yeah, let's put a tape in and then we'll talk about it. And turn it on. So, those of you who know these machines probably have already picked up the issue. So when I press play, nothing happens. I don't get any spool movement, but wind and rewind work fine. Now, if you don't know these machines, just press eject. Do you notice how quick that was? It seems awfully quick to load. So when I say load, I mean lace. So lacing up and unlacing seems just a bit too quick. So let's take the top off and see what is actually going on. Right, so the problem I was having is this clip here is actually causing it to jam. It just wasn't coming off. Interestingly, normally when you take this off, you have to be careful of this connector, and this connector attaches down here. It's already been taken off, so somebody's worked on this and they've already cracked the plastic there. So yeah, it wasn't me, honest. So let's put this in. Turn it on. Eject. See what happens. Yeah, so it's what I suspected. It's not loading fully. It's ending up thinking it's fully loaded here, when obviously it needs to be up here somewhere. So, what could be causing that? Will it go further? Yes, it does. So let's wind it on by hand. Right, so we might be looking at a dodgy micro switch. So press play and it plays. That's good. So it could be microswitch adjustment, or it could be a microswitch is bad, although I don't think it is, because it does actually try and load on. If I just manually wind it on, let's try that again. So let's eject it. Seems fairly okay. Interesting. Adjust this just a tiny bit. I need a better screwdriver. It's a little bit too big. So let's adjust this cam. There we go, so it loads. So the cam was a little bit out, but I would suspect that switch is probably not wonderful. A little bit of labouring going on there as well. I just wonder what's going on with that sort of labouring. It's on this last part of the lacing where it seems to as it lifts these two guides. It's not damaging the tape. It sounds a little bit like it is. Okay, so my thinking is to try and give the loading ring, the lacing ring, lubricate, change the belt. Probably. Oh, that belt seems good. I'll probably leave that, to be fair. It's actually looking very good. And give it a service, give it a clean, and we should be good to go. I'll give it a dust out as well, because quite a lot of dust at the back there. But yeah, it seems fine after that adjustment. It's actually really good, so I'm pleased with that. Don't you love it when things are just fall into place? It happens so so infrequently with this kit. But of course, I haven't actually played a tape. In fact, we'll do that now. Okay, so we have issues. You can see at the bottom there's a problem with a lot of noise. Something a bit weird there. I don't know if you can see the tape is actually distorted. I don't know whether you can see this, but there is actually a huge amount of tape residue just below this gap here, the head gap, I always call it. there's a huge amount of residue there, so that needs to be cleaned off. Very interesting. It's really odd that it's got so much there. Just wonder if that'll fix it, just cleaning that off. Hope so. So we're all good to go, I think. Picture is good. I managed to sort out the really terrible misalignment issue. It turned out to be huge amount of tape residue buildup around about here on the drum, and it was just like a spot of it, but it was really deep, you know, really sort of a good amount of residue that had just sort of built up into like a peak almost on the upper drum. So these scan top of frame to bottom of frame on the heads. The crud we'd seen before, that's all been cleaned off. That was pretty bad, but it wasn't actually causing a problem with the picture, so that was fair enough. The capstan as well was really heavily soiled. It had a lot of tape residue, especially on the top edge, which seems to be fairly common on these. The tip with cleaning it is to actually put a cotton wool bud or Q-tip through here, and with isopropyl on it, and just rub it against the tape residue, and you can actually press with another finger. So push it through, press with a finger to really get some pressure onto it to clean it off, because it really is stubborn. It's not easy to get off when it's that bad. So I have also greased. I was thinking about this after I recorded the last section. The plastics here have gone sort of yellow and possibly are not moving as well as they should. So I have greased all of this and the lacing ring as well, just with a little bit of silicone grease. It does creep, but that's actually fine in this case. It's actually helpful. And yeah, it still does labour a bit, sort of when it laces round here. It is getting better. I've loaded and unloaded tapes several times now, and it does get better with every time I do it. So unlace is fine, but lace, you can just hear a little bit of a labour there still, but it's fine. I'm happy with that. So yeah, I suppose it's time to get it back together. I've given it a bit of a dust out as well, and you know, I'm not too worried about getting every bit of dust out, as long as it's good and it works, serviceable. Obviously cleaned all the tape path, to be fair, and cleaned the ACE head and all the guides, and yeah, we're good to go. So all back together. So the question is this like a C9 with the test signal switch? So let's turn the test signal on, and you probably can hear audio in the background. On. And no, it doesn't cut the sound. So another top tip. It does seem it's a C9 that's the only one that does that. Everything else, you turn the test signal on and it doesn't mute the AV out audio. So yeah, interesting one that. So all good to go, and very pleased with this. I have checked the tracking and it's perfect. It does the usual sort of at the lower end, a little bit of distortion, but otherwise right the way through it's fine and working well. So On to part 3, and a little bit of a taster. If you look at the TV there, I have no picture, but I have sound. So what can be wrong with that? So look forward to seeing you in the next video to discover what's going on, and thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for subscribing as well. It really does mean a lot to me, and yeah, look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.